Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into a book that's got everyone buzzing: Manifest, 7 Steps to Living Your Best Life by Roxie Nafousi.
Ooh, yeah, I've heard good things.
It's all about harnessing the power of manifesting to create the life you want.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So for anyone who's new to this whole manifesting thing, what exactly are we talking about here?
Well, it's not just wishing or hoping for things to magically appear.
Not rubbing a magic lamp?
Nope. It's more about aligning your thoughts, actions, and energy to attract the things you want in life.
So it's about being intentional.
Exactly. It's a proactive approach to creating your reality.
So where do we even begin with this manifesting business?
Well, Roxy lays it all out in 7 clear steps. And the first one is, be clear in your vision.
Okay, that makes sense. You need to know what you're aiming for, right?
Absolutely. It's about getting crystal clear on what you truly desire, not just on a superficial level, but digging deep into your core values and aspirations.
So it's not just about wanting a fancy car or a bigger house. It's about understanding why you want those things.
Precisely. What feelings and experiences are you hoping to gain from those things? That's where the real magic lies.
I like that. It's about getting to the heart of what truly matters to you.
And once you have that clarity, visualization becomes a powerful tool.
Ah, yes, the classic vision board.
Vision boards can be amazing, but Roxy emphasizes authenticity. Don't just fill it with images of things you think you should want.
So no point in manifesting a mansion in the hills if you'd be happier in a cozy cottage by the sea.
Exactly. It needs to resonate with your true self. Your vision board should light you up and feel aligned with your soul.
I love that. It's about creating a visual representation of your heart's desires.
But here's the thing. Even with the clearest vision, we often sabotage ourselves with fear and doubt.
Oh, yeah, those pesky inner critics.
That's what step 2 is all about, removing fear and doubt.
Okay. Why is that so crucial for manifesting?
Because we often manifest from a place of subconscious beliefs about what we deserve. So even if we're consciously setting goals and taking action, those underlying beliefs can hold us back.
So I might say, I want that promotion, but if deep down I don't believe I'm worthy or capable, it's going to be an uphill battle.
Exactly. Our subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, and it can either work for us or against us.
So how do we start to reprogram those subconscious beliefs?
Roxy provides a bunch of practical tools in the book. One of them is mastering your thoughts.
Okay, I'm all ears.
She explains that the subconscious mind believes what the conscious mind repeatedly tells it. So even if you don't feel confident right now, you can start affirming, I am capable, I am worthy. And eventually your subconscious mind will start to believe it too.
It's like training your inner cheerleader to drown out that negative self-talk.
Exactly. And she also talks about the importance of being mindful of the words we use.
Interesting. How so?
Well, for example, she suggests replacing if with when talking about your goals.
So instead of saying, if I get that job, you would say, when I get that job.
Precisely. It signals confidence and certainty to your subconscious mind. And she even talks about the importance of accepting compliments gracefully.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm so guilty of deflecting compliments.
It's a common habit, but each time we do that, we're actually reinforcing those limiting beliefs. So next time someone praises you, try simply saying thank you and letting it sink in.
It's like giving yourself permission to receive those good vibes.
And Roxy also highlights the power of mantras and positive affirmations.
I love affirmations.
They're amazing for rewiring those subconscious beliefs. Roxy recommends incorporating them into your daily routine, especially when you're most receptive, like first thing in the morning or before bed.
And she even suggests using them during visualizations.
Yes. She describes a visualization technique where you imagine releasing your fears through your breath. It's about visualizing those fears as a dark cloud and exhaling them out, replacing them with light and positive energy.
That's powerful imagery.
And it can be incredibly effective for shifting your energy and mindset.
These are all great for getting our minds right, but what about taking action in the real world?
That's where step 3 comes in, aligning your actions.
Okay. So it's not enough to just dream and visualize. We have to actually put in the work.
Absolutely. It's about bridging the gap between visualization and reality by taking inspired action that supports your vision.
And what happens when we hit those inevitable roadblocks and challenges along the way?
Well, that's what we'll delve into next time.
I can't wait. This is getting good.
It's about to get even more interesting.
All right. So last time we were talking about aligning our actions, but what happens when the universe throws us a curveball?
Ah, yes. Those tests from the universe.
Roxy talks about those in step 4. Right. What exactly are these tests, and how do we know if we're facing one?
It's like the universe is checking our commitment to our vision, seeing if we're really ready to receive what we're asking for.
So it's not just about wishing and hoping. It's about proving we're serious.
Exactly. These tests often show up as unexpected obstacles, tempting distractions, or even people from our past reappearing.
Ooh, like the dreaded test of the X.
Exactly. It's classic. Have we truly moved on? And are we ready for a healthy relationship? Or are we going to fall back into old patterns?
It's like a cosmic relationship test.
In a way. And these tests can show up in any area of life, not just relationships.
So how do we know if we're facing a test or if it's a sign that we need to change direction altogether?
Roxie says a key indicator is that feeling of settling or compromising your self-worth. If something feels off or not quite aligned with your vision, it's probably a test.
It's a gut feeling that something's not right. Like this isn't the path I meant to be on.
Precisely. She shares a story about a friend who was trying to manifest his dream career. He was offered a good job at a reputable agency, but it wasn't the dream agency he'd been visualizing.
So he was tempted to settle for good instead of holding out for great.
Exactly. And he knew deep down that accepting that offer would mean compromising his vision. So he took a leap of faith and turned it down.
That's a bold move. What happened?
5 months later, he ended up signing with his dream agency.
Wow, talk about trusting the process.
It's a perfect example of how believing in yourself and your vision can pay off, even when it's scary.
It's like that saying, what's meant for you won't pass you by.
Exactly. But Roxie also warns against impatience. It's easy to get caught up in wanting things to happen right now.
Which can actually backfire.
Exactly. Yeah. Impatience can lead to us failing those tests. It's about surrendering to the timing of the universe, trusting that things will unfold when they're meant to.
It's like trying to force a flower to bloom. You just have to nurture it and let nature do its thing.
I love that analogy. And she also talks about the importance of an abundance mindset.
Okay. What does that mean exactly?
It's about believing that there's more than enough for everyone, including the perfect opportunities for you. It's the opposite of a scarcity mindset, where you're constantly worried about missing out.
So instead of thinking there's only one piece of the pie, it's more like the pie is infinite.
Exactly. There's enough success, love, and abundance to go around. And it's about trusting that the universe will deliver what's meant for you, even if it takes a little longer than you'd like.
I think patience is something I definitely need to work on.
We all do. It's a constant practice. But the rewards are worth it. Roxie even shares her own experience of manifesting her podcast. She faced some initial rejection.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but she didn't give up. She just kept refining her vision and taking aligned action. And now, well, you know the rest of the story.
She's got a billboard in London. That's manifestation goals right there.
It just goes to show that anything is possible when you combine a clear vision with persistent action and a whole lot of trust.
And speaking of trust, Roxie talks a lot about the importance of gratitude in the manifesting process. Why is that?
That's where we get into step 5. Embrace gratitude without caveats. It's about finding that sweet spot between appreciating what you have and still desiring more.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Tell me more about this without caveats part.
It's about recognizing the abundance that's already present in your life without denying yourself the right to want more. It's not about settling. It's about acknowledging the good while still reaching for your dreams.
Okay, so we were talking about finding that sweet spot between gratitude and ambition, appreciating what we have while still striving for more.
Exactly. It's a delicate balance, but it's key to manifesting.
Roxie shares her own experience of manifesting her dream home, and it's a great example of this. Tell me about it.
Well, picture this. She's living in a tiny London apartment, pregnant, not exactly glamorous.
Oh, I can relate. Those early days of motherhood can be a whirlwind.
Totally. And she admits she was being a bit of a brat about the whole situation, complaining about the lack of space and all that.
Yeah.
But then she had this realization.
What happened?
She decided to shift her focus. Instead of dwelling on what she didn't have, she started appreciating the things she did have, making the apartment cozy, finding joy in the little things.
So she started practicing gratitude even though her circumstances weren't ideal.
Exactly. And here's the amazing part. The very day after she had this shift in mindset, a friend reached out and offered to sell her a place that sounded exactly like Roxie's dream home.
No way. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Talk about the power of gratitude.
It's like the universe was waiting for her to align her energy before delivering the goods.
So it's not just about saying thank you. It's about genuinely feeling that appreciation.
Exactly. And Roxie provides some practical tips for cultivating gratitude. like gratitude journaling.
Oh, I love journaling.
She suggests two approaches. Gratitude lists, where you simply write down 15 things you're grateful for each day, and a positivity journal, where you record every single good thing that happens, no matter how small.
That positivity journal sounds like a great way to train your brain to focus on the good.
And if you're not a journaling type, she also mentions a technique called reeling off the good.
What's that?
It's a quick and easy way to shift your energy anytime you're feeling down. You just take a moment to mentally list all the things you're grateful for until you feel that mood boost.
Like a gratitude power-up. I like it.
And she also talks about shifting your language.
Yeah.
Replacing I have to with I get to.
So instead of I have to go to work, it's I get to go to work.
Exactly. It's a subtle shift, but it can make a big difference in your perspective. It reminds you of the opportunities and privileges you have, rather than focusing on the obligations.
I'm definitely going to try that one. It's all about finding those little ways to reframe our thinking.
And ultimately, it all comes down to trust. Trusting in the universe, trusting in the process, and trusting in yourself.
Which brings us to the final step. Step 7, trust in the universe.
This is where it all comes together. It's about letting go of the need to control every little detail and having faith that the universe has a plan for you, even if you can't see it yet.
Roxie talks about this knowing feeling, that deep inner certainty that what you desire is on its way, even if you don't know how or when it will unfold.
It's that feeling of alignment, when you're in sync with your purpose and you know that everything is working out for your highest good.
But how do you cultivate that trust, especially when things get tough or you hit those inevitable roadblocks?
It's a practice. And it starts with gratitude. Remember all those gratitude practices we talked about? They're not just for feeling good. They're actually building blocks of trust. When you focus on the good, it becomes easier to let go of fear and doubt.
It's like choosing to believe in the best-case scenario, rather than always expecting the worst.
Exactly. And it's about understanding that the universe works in serious ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes what you think you want isn't actually what's best for you. And the universe might have something even better in store.
So it's about being open to possibilities and trusting that things will unfold as they're meant to.
Precisely. Roxie's own story about manifesting her book deal is a perfect example of this. She faced some initial rejection, but she didn't let it derail her. She trusted the process and kept taking aligned action. And eventually, she landed her dream deal with Penguin Books.
That's amazing. It's like all the stars aligned, but she had to go through those challenges and tests to get there.
Exactly. It wasn't always easy. But she never gave up on her vision. And her story is such an inspiration for anyone who's dreaming big.
This whole conversation has been so inspiring. It's like a reminder that we all have the power to create the life we want. It just takes a little bit of magic, a whole lot of effort, and a willingness to trust in the universe.
Well said. Keep dreaming, keep believing, and keep manifesting those amazing things.
Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. It's been a pleasure exploring Roxie Nafousi's Manifest, 7 Steps to Living Your Best Life with you.
The pleasure was all mine.